Welcome to today's 5-minute Bible study in the Gospel of Mark. Still in chapter 1, today beginning to read at verse 23. Now, we looked at this passage yesterday, but there's a little more I want to say about it. Now, Jesus has begun his ministry, and he's teaching in the synagogue at Capernaum. And what the people recognize is that Jesus has authority. There is authority in his teaching, but he also has another kind of authority over evil spirits. So notice this again, how Jesus sets free a man who has been possessed by an evil spirit. Verse 27. Now just then, a man in the synagogue who was possessed by an impure spirit cried out, "What do you want with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God." Jesus said sternly, "Be quiet and come out of him." And the impure spirit shook the man violently. He came out with a shriek. People were also amazed. They asked each other, "Now what is this? It's a new teaching with authority. He even gives orders to evil spirits, to impure spirits, and they obey him." People are astounded because Jesus has authority over an unclean spirit or a demonic presence. Now, it was clear this man was possessed by a demon. Everyone knew that. But how do you set him free? No one knew how to do that, or no one was effective at doing that. Some may have tried, I suppose. And this man with the impure spirit cries out, "You are the Holy One of God." The demon within the man recognizes who Jesus is. But Jesus is not having any of this kind of stuff, not from a demonic presence. So he orders the demon to be quiet and commands him to leave, and the evil spirit does. The man is set free. Isn't it interesting that the first miracle that Mark records that Jesus performed was the setting free of a man possessed by an unclean spirit or by a demon? Jesus has authority over the demonic presence. Now, we'd already noticed when Jesus began his ministry, he first goes into the wilderness to confront Satan. Remember, Satan tries to detour Jesus, but Jesus is really challenging Satan, saying to him, "I am the king, and I've come to reclaim this world." Satan is the usurper, and because of sin and rebellion, he claims some authority over the world. That's why the New Testament refers to him as the prince of the power of the air. But Jesus has come to undo the work of Satan. So he began his ministry in the wilderness, challenging Satan. And now, as the ministry publicly begins in this synagogue in Capernaum, Jesus sets the man free from demonic possession. He cast out an evil spirit. Now, as you read through the Gospel of Mark, all the Gospels really, this is a common ministry of Jesus, setting people free from demons, casting out evil spirits, expelling unclean spirits. He does it over and over again. And that's important because the casting out of demons is an authenticating sign of the Messiah. The Messiah has authority over the dominion of evil. They have no authority over him. He has come to destroy the work of Satan. That's what Jesus came for. He's come to restore the kingdom of God and to drive out evil. And one of the authenticating signs is the driving out of demons from those who are possessed. And so it begins in this synagogue in Capernaum by setting a man free from an evil spirit, thus showing that he is the Messiah. The Son of God has come to set us free from evil, even an evil spirit. As you read through the Gospels, as I said, we're going to see this over and over again because it is one of those signs and authentications of who Jesus is. He's the Messiah. People recognize that immediately. He has authority, even over evil spirits. Who is this man? It'll be a while before they realize the full implications, but the sign is already there. Jesus is the Messiah. He is the Son of God. He has the power and the authority to set people free from evil control, even from the presence of a demonic spirit, an unclean spirit. And he sets this man free. In the next paragraph, we're going to see that he does this over and over again, but we'll get to that tomorrow. So join us next time for our 5-minute Bible study in the Gospel of Mark.